Okay, for part of homework 310, the last study guide for tomorrow's test, I want you to check your work against mine. Make sure you understand why I marked yours wrong, and then write down the 5 words and all of these answers and work on this packet, and I will let you use that tomorrow on the test. So here we go. So this first one, all you had to do again was just plug in the numbers that I gave you. Nothing more high tech than that. That 7, that 5, and that 13.4. These are equations, this one. So second one, of course, had the 3 and the 4 and the 10.5 equations. Next one's a little harder because it had 2 inequalities. It had the inequality at least, which is the more than or equal to direction, and then it had the word no more than, which is at most, which is the less than or equal to direction. So you can see the one attached to the money, less than or equal to. The one attached to the number of t-shirts, more than or equal to. So my 2 equations, x plus y, more than or equal to. Some of you forgot this little line underneath there. Some of you put the inequalities in the wrong direction. Some of you even did the super disaster of putting equals in this inequality. These aren't equations, these are inequalities. So that was a disaster. So again, make sure your inequalities go in the right way. At least more than or equal to, at most less than or equal to, and then make sure you have that equal line under there always, because at least means 41's good. You could have 41 at least. All right, first word is dog. Dog. All right, this one definitely harder. You had to plug it in. You had to times the bottom row by this -4. That timesing that bottom row by -4 gives you the -8a that you want to cancel with the 8a above it. Of course, you got to make sure you times all the way through. So check your work against mine on this one if you missed it. The one should give you B is 0.55. A, if you plug it back in, should give you 0.5. If you made a mistake, it's probably because your positive negative rules on this problem. Use a calculator for that. And then you had to write at least. Multiply, tell me what you multiplied the row by. Tell me that the A term eliminated, and then you're solving for B by plugging it back in. I'm sorry, you solve for B and then use that to plug it back in to solve for A. All right, so check your work. Some of you messed up on the decimals on this one. All right, second word is bird. Bird. All right, this one, inequalities, toughest one probably for some of you. For this first one in red, I'll do the dotted one. I could see that it crosses right here at -3. That's where I get that number. And then as I go right to up 1 and put those 2 numbers together as true rise and run. Remember, the left to right part is your run, the up and down is your rise. That's where I get that 1/2 number. The inequality is shading below that dotted red line. That's why it is less than. And since it's dotted, less than without the equal line. The one in blue has a -2 slope. Some of you put +2. That's over 1 down 2. So that makes that a -2 slope with a y-intercept of 4. That blue one, for that one, is shading above that blue line. So that's why it is the more than, and solid makes it more than or equal to. Some of you, I took off points because you forgot to put the x. Some of you, I even took off points because you put the x way down low. You don't want to put that super low like that, because 1/2x is hugely different than 1/2 times x. So some of you, if you put that x too far down to the bottom, can't have that. It's got to be at least flush or at least up there with that 1. That's 1/2 x right there. So some of you, I was really technical, marked you off for putting the x too low. Some of you, of course, had the wrong inequalities, wrong direction. Check it. All right, this problem. This one, you had to see that the only one that works, and I'll show you this. First one says go 90 degrees to the left, and that looks like you're going to be there, but it's not. You're not going to the right. That doesn't say clockwise right there. So that one to the left, quarter turn, does not get the job done. That's why that one was wrong. Some people thought maybe it was clockwise to the right, which would have been good, but I didn't have that. The one that works on this is the one that you're looking for too. It has a 270 direction to the left, which is 3/4 of the way. I'm sorry. We'll go 1, 2, and then a third right there. That is 270. You're not doing a 360-degree turn back to that spot. You're doing a 3/4 of a turn, 270 to the left, puts that right on top. Any of those with reflections, never choose those. And then a rotation to the right 370 wouldn't quite cut it because it puts it, sorry, let's do that. Would put that one right here, 3/4 of a turn, not what you want, not where you want it. All right, third word is gray, gray. All right, this guy, if you took that point A, which is 2/8, and you do a quarter turn to the right, that's what clockwise is, a quarter turn to the right. This should be coming down to about here. I see that the new A point would be 8, positive, -2, and I could see +8 for sure would be outside the triangle because the furthest number to the right here is 5, and of course 8 is over here, so that one would obviously not turn into the triangle even close. Got to be outside. All right, here you go, last couple. This one had you go from tip to tip, maybe from this C to the other C prime right there. And if I chart my journey, I'm going along this grid left or right until I could hit a grid line and go straight down. When I count those numbers, this is going to the right. Looks like I'm counting 8 boxes. And then from there, looks like I'm going down. And if I count them, that's 5 boxes. So that's why I write this going to the right. I write that X plus 8, adding to the right 8. And then Y, I take away 5 on that one. So that one would be A. All right, keep going. Number 9, this one, if I do a 90-degree quarter turn, for this one to make this one work, I'm going to do a quarter turn to the right, puts that right here. And then it says do another 3/4 turn continuing in that right direction. So if I continue to the right and add another 3/4 all the way on top of it, maps it on top of itself. That one is money. All the way to the right quarter turn and then complete that 360 turn all the way around by continuing to go to the right. All the other ones, no good. If you do a half turn, if I could try to draw that in green, half turn would put you right here, and then no matter what, quarter turn from there would not get you where you want to go. If you did a turn, quarter turn one direction, and then switched it and did a 3/4 turn other, that one doesn't work either. The only one that works on this is that you could see completes the 360 turn all in the same direction for this one. All right, fourth word is missed. Missed. All right, and then the last one here, which my mistake, there should have been 3 answers. There will be 3 tomorrow, I promise. The only one that works for this one is if I take that triangle and translate it 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 would give me a triangle that would be right here. And then I could see that after that, all I got to do now is reflect it over that y-axis. That one is the one that works only. Translate 4 right, and then, I'm sorry, translate 4 to the left, and then reflect over the y-axis. You wouldn't want to go the other direction to the right, because if you reflected that, that would be over there. Don't want to do that. My other ones shouldn't have worked. What I was really looking for on this one to make it work is for really this to be x equals 2 and this to be, I believe, 4 right here. Because the way I wanted this problem to really be done, to have your 3 answers, and it was my mistake for not writing it in my choices here. I wanted the other 2 choices to have one of them reflect over the line x equals 2, which is this line right here. And you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really what I wanted you to do and say, oh, yeah, that one reflect over the line x equals 2. And then the other one is take that, reflect over the y-axis first. So here's my y-axis. Would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And looks like I made another mistake. Looks like these would have to be 2s. And then after that reflection, 2 to the right. That's really the third answer I was looking for, but of course I messed up. And then of course look for this explanation here. 5th word is down. Please take the time to check all your answers, write them down on your packet, write down those 5 words. You show me all that, I'll give you the green light to use that on the test. Good luck, people.